last week about Elijah predicting that it wouldn't rain, and because of that, there wasn't a lot of food in the country. And so he stayed by the brook for a while. And then when the brook dried up, God sent him to a widow who had a son, and God took care of all three of them for 3 years while there was no rain. And I can sympathize, no rain for 3 years. It feels like that sometimes. At the moment, it's so much smoke. During that time, and we don't know just at what point in it, but during that time, the widow's son got sick. And the Bible gives no hints at how old the son was. So we don't know if he was a little guy or if he was near grown or what, but he was still living with his mom, so he was young enough to still be with his mom. And he got sick. And the Bible says that his breath left him. Now I looked it up, and it's a little vague. What we know for sure is he died. He quit breathing altogether. But this is the only incident I know of in the Bible that words it that way. His breath left him. So I wonder if he had an asthma attack, or if he had bronchitis, or something that today we have medicines that can help us. But in those days, and even sometimes today, people have problems with their lungs till they can't breathe, and it will kill you, because breathing is a really important thing to do. But not in this weather, yeah. Whatever his particular illness was, he died. The widow came to Elijah and she said, "Have you come to bring punishment from God for my sins? Why has this happened? Why did my son die?" He was evidently a young enough son still that Elijah could pick him up, because the Bible says that Elijah picked him up, carried him to his room, and laid him on his own bed. And then he laid on top of the boy. And then he got up and he walked around his room praying. And then he laid on top of the boy again. Then he got up and he walked around his room praying. And then he laid on top of the boy for the third time. And this time, the boy started breathing. God healed him, brought him back from the dead because of the prayers of Elijah. And I'm sure his mother was in the other room praying too at this point. But because of the prayers of Elijah, God brought the boy back to life. He had mercy on this widow woman. She had had great faith to do what she did with the food, to take care of Elijah. And now God has protected her by letting her boy stay alive and to come back to her, when she should have, by all rights, have been now not only a widow, but without children too. Now she has her son. And that's the same God we serve today, that loves us. Even when things happen in our lives that look like they're bad things, even if, by all human reckoning, they are bad things, we know that our God is in charge, and we know that He works everything to good for those that love Him. We know He's in control and He's in charge, and it's the same God that raised that little boy from the dead. Let's sing a song. Okay, real quick. This is the letter B in sign language. I, B, L, and an E. And if you can't get those letters that fast, that's okay. It's hard to do. This is book. This is yes. And the sign actual for Bible is Jesus, book. Okay? The B-I-B